exciting episode of As the River Churns.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. I don't know about another exciting episode today. We got Ken
I'm
on
sure
today,
it is.
so-
Well, it is always exciting
Oh,
with
it's
Ken.
always exciting. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
when I was talking to Lisa about the show today, I said, what's Ken going to be doing? She goes, well, I think Ken's going to just kind of interject things throughout our show. And so I was like, oh, great. Now it should be fun. Have Ken interjecting stuff during our show today.
We
So-
did put limits on him, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
So I like what Ken's response was, which was, what was your response to that?
This way I get to ruin the whole show instead of just a segment. Yeah.
So it should be fun today. So
Absolutely.
we'll see. It's a beautiful day outside.
I know. It's gorgeous.
It really is kind of gorgeous out there.
Is it time to turn this baby over?
We better
It's
turn that
time.
sucker over,
it's
right?
time. I've actually added it to the agenda because you all know I forget
forgetting.
this. So I've added it now to our schedule. So, Ken, let's go ahead.
Let's do her.
All right.
Very good.
We got to tap it because
Yeah, we had a malfunction.
for some people it doesn't work, but it's always been good for us.
It was just
No,
Cindy, I think.
It was just Cindy.
Yeah, it was just Cindy.
I have a comment from someone in the TV land that sent us in about this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So this person said, seeing the hourglass on the As the River Churns made me think that maybe the show should instead be called The Longest Days of Our Lives.
Yes, the longest days of our lives.
I think that might be kind of fitting.
Yeah, well, but is that a reference to the old thing where it was the days of our lives, or is that a reference to the show we're doing now is the longest day of their life when
Oh.
they actually do our show?
I think the first one.
You think it's more the first one?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
it's more
I'm
the soap
not
opera
sure.
thing, right?
Yeah.
With this- Okay.
Not sure.
I don't know either, but
I don't
I guess we
either.
could take
I
it the
don't
right
either.
way or the way we want to take it. So that's the case. So
Yep.
A lot of people are looking for the silver lining of this cloud,
Yes.
and it is if you're a Jehovah's Witness. This is a great time to be a Jehovah's Witness. Do you know why?
why is that?
Why?
Everybody's home.
Yes, they would be.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, the good news, folks, is we have security at the front entrance.
yeah. It's like getting
That's right.
777s every time you run the machine. Ding, ding, ding. Ah, somebody.
Oh,
No offense to any Jehovah's
No,
Witnesses
no.
that we have at our residence here at the community.
oh.
All right, so do we have a trivia question today?
We do, yes. And this question is from Mary Irvin. What is the connection between the Andy Griffith Show and Father Knows Best?
Ooh, Andy Griffith
know,
Show.
this
and
is a hard
Father
one.
Knows
They
Best.
both came on Channel 2. Is that it?
Did they?
That's probably not it.
I don't
Probably
know.
not
I
it.
don't think so.
Because I think it was 13.
So what is the connection between the Andy Griffith Show and Father Knows Best?
All
So, okay, we're getting the...
Well, before we announce the phone number, let's
Okay.
announce what the prize is. What do you think?
Okay, it's an exciting prize today.
It's an exciting prize.
It's something that we all need,
Okay.
okay?
Wow.
It's a River Landing cooler bag.
Yes.
Which is great in
Yeah.
itself. And then we have some paper towel. I haven't given the phone number out yet, but Michelle just ran out of the room.
Yeah.
So I think somebody's memorized
Well,
Michelle's
either that or
number.
her husband's calling. One of the
Oh, it could be. Some Kleenex. And then, of course, our personal favorite, especially when Ken's on the show,
Yes.
toilet paper.
Oh, Ken. Yes.
Toilet paper.
Yes. Yes.
Are you
Okay.
sure those others aren't extra wide toilet paper? I think that's what Billy Bob uses.
Like it would go like this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It could
I
be.
thought it was Freddie Bob.
Oh, well, Freddie Bob's too old for that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Not
So
trying
this
to
is
give
a-
everything away.
This is a great one to win today.
Yes, it is. So what is
Okay.
that phone number?
You ready for the number? 336
It might already be too late, but go ahead.
389 4103. Call Michelle now. The lines are open. Lines are open. 336 389 4103.
And speaking of Michelle,
Yes,
today is Administrative Professionals Day.
I know.
Oh, y'all pay her?
We do. We actually pay her.
So
yes.
she is a professional.
She is a professional. Yes.
Absolutely.
And a great professional.
She's
at
like the
that.
best.
I thought she was a volunteer. That's so great.
Yeah, no, she's not a volunteer.
Isn't it neat that there's days out there for different professions? It's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, but I don't ever see one for Executive Director's Day. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Oh, Tom, every day is Executive Director's Day.
Boy, don't I wish, Ken.
Every day people come up to you and tell you what a wonderful job you're doing.
You know what? There is a lot of truth to that.
Yep.
There is.
Especially during, and we've really been appreciative of the positive response to this pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, this is always, we say this a lot, but, we know it's a tough time for residents and for staff and for everybody. And this is a worldwide problem. This isn't just a River Landing problem, obviously, but it's been really nice because we've gotten so many positive comments from residents, and maybe more than we deserve, where I just feel so bad sometimes. We just keep seeming like we keep taking things away from residents, and yet they keep coming back going, we know the reason you're doing this is just because you're trying to protect us.
Right.
So.
Yeah, the support has been tremendous. I mean, you and I have received more emails than we ever thought possible. So we really appreciate us. That keeps us going, and just it's really good for us to hear that. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, because it's hard. It's hard knowing that we're taking stuff away.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But you all may not like to hear this, but I've been thinking about this a little bit. The last week or so, we've kind of developed a rhythm or a routine now, and I don't hesitate to call it the new norm, but it kind of is the new norm now. I mean, we're kind of in this routine where we're kind of, we've got things kind of rock and rolling the way they should be, and I'm not trying to say it's perfect, and we still got things to keep tweaking and doing, but I think everybody's kind of settled in at this point.
Right.
So
it's kind of a holding pattern, though.
It is.
We're here now.
Right, and we're all waiting anxiously to hear what our governor is going to say as far as the releasing of restrictions. And I honestly, I didn't watch his program or his report. I guess it was Monday, right? Was it Monday or yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday. I didn't watch it yesterday, but I know he announced on there that the decision about schools is coming up, and and then about releasing restrictions, and I also. I was surprised that, the protests that are going on about trying to, there's not a lot of people. And then there's the protest against the protests, the anti-protesters. I don't know if you saw that or not. That was kind of interesting, I thought. So, I think the governor's going to have a tough decision to make here shortly about what to do. And so we'll see. A lot of the states around us are doing different things. We know that Tennessee and Georgia are looking to try and South Carolina are trying to maybe start opening up a little bit. Virginia's the other way, I think. So it's just, it's kind of hard to know exactly. And I could feel a little bit for our governor, to be quite honest with you, knowing which is the best direction to go here. But, in my opinion, I think we just need to stay conservative here. And, I think we've got this thing going well. The social distancing is working. So I think we need to keep this road going for a little bit longer and really try and get past this.
So you're saying that in some cases the rhythm method does work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, remember we talked before the show? There's a line.
I see.
And you're to stay above the line.
I thought he was talking.
He said below the line. You said below the line.
No,
I think that's why
no.
I think he got that confused, Lisa.
I am definitely confused.
Yes.
I think it should be Boss Appreciation Day today. I want to appreciate my boss, Cindy Hawks. She's the best boss ever.
Aww.
And one of the reasons I think it's Boss Appreciation Day is because it's annual review day, too. Thank you, Cindy, for being the best boss ever.
Yeah, there wasn't any secret message
good,
there, was there? Huh? So let me just go over a little bit of the stats, I think, from the Department of Health and Human Services for North Carolina. So, we are seeing some increases in cases here in Guilford County. Matter of fact, it's gone up about 50 positives since Monday. Mm-hmm. So we've seen a little bit of an increase here in Guilford County. Forsyth hasn't gone up as much. As a matter of fact, from what I can tell, it looks like Forsyth's only gone up about 7 cases since Monday. But Mecklenburg still is continuing to have the highest, or approaching 1,300 cases. Wake's at 616, Wayne County's at 585, Durham's at 438, and we're at 226, and Forsyth is at 133 as of today. But total tests completed, we've actually reached the 90,000 mark for tests completed. 7,220 of those were positive, which is about 8%. We've been running right around that 8.5% for the last week now. Unfortunately, our deaths have continued to go up. It's 242 as of today, and we were at 179 on Monday, and I think yesterday was, and I haven't looked to see the number today, but yesterday was the highest amount, and actually today is now the highest amount because it's 29 more. And I think it was 28 the day before. So, we've I'm hoping we're hitting the peak and starting to go back the other way as far as deaths go. We'll just have to see how that's going to end up. And we got, Monday was good news as far as hospitalization. We had 373, which was low, but we are back up now to 434 as of today. So, we've been fluctuating right around that time. And even at 434, the information I keep hearing is that, the hospitals are not being overrun with COVID-19 cases. So, I think that's still a good sign. I think North Carolina is, the amount of, certainly we know this, the amount of hospitals that are around us. There's a lot of hospitals around us, so, which is really good news for us if we were to have more of a major outbreak than what we're having. But I believe so far, from what I'm hearing, that the hospitals are handling things very well at this point. So I hope that continues. And then I know that the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services now is breaking out, nursing homes and residential care facilities and separately, and giving statistics for that. And, that number, unfortunately, is growing. We're seeing that continue to grow. Right. As of yesterday, I forgot to look today, I apologize, but yesterday I noticed that we were at 52. There's 52 nursing homes and or retirement-type communities that have a COVID-19 case in them. It's mostly the nursing homes, not the retirement communities, but there are a few retirement communities that have it. So, this all goes back to, why we put these protections in place and restrictions in place is, we're just doing our best to try and keep it out of here. And we know what happens with the nursing homes. I mean, we know that there's shared staff between nursing homes because a lot of nursing staff work in one place full-time and work part-time in another nursing home. And so I am sure, and you can't convince me otherwise, that that's not the reason why we're seeing these spread going through nursing homes. And when it gets into a nursing home, we know how devastating it can be. So it's really difficult. It's hard to watch that and see that play out. And we just got to keep going with the restrictions and keep going what we're doing here. And hopefully we can keep it out of here. And I'm asking you, our residents, be safe. I mean, if you're going out of the campus, even going to a doctor's appointment or medically necessary appointment, you need to be really kind of conscious about, wearing a mask and, keeping the social distances. And, hopefully your doctor's offices when you're going in are taking you right from your car. If you've got to go inside, they're taking you right from your car right into the exam room and pulling you right back out so that you're not sitting in a waiting room where you're coming into contact with other people that are there. I mean, I'm hoping that you're finding this as you're going out there. I know a lot of doctor's offices are doing that kind of stuff now. I'm hoping you're finding that to be the case, because we've got to just continue to do our best to kind of keep it out of here. So enough said about that, but
I just marvel at how much our residents are able to be flexible and figure out ways to get things done. Like I was talking to a resident the other day who has postponed her 90th birthday. And she told me, she says, I'll let everybody know when I'm ready to turn 90 at some future date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just postpone it.
Yeah, just
Why
postpone
not,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Sure.
And that, and I don't know if you were kidding or not kidding. I think you were trying to be kidding there, but I couldn't figure that one out.
It's hard to tell.
But, I think that's happening a lot. A lot of things that are going on right now. Things like, and I know this is happening in my family. My daughter is getting ready to graduate from high school. And so, the prom, the high school graduation, those kinds of things are just going to have to wait, and we'll have to do them later. Hopefully, we'll still be able to do them at some point.
Right.
But
Sure.
90th birthdays can be right in there with it.
You can, yeah. You put those off as long as you want.
That's right.
Right.
So I think that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, Lisa, let's see. What else do we have
Okay.
under...
And before we go any further, I see Michelle keeps getting calls. We do have a winner, so we'll announce that later on in the show, but
Okay.
maybe that will help her.
Okay.
She's running in and out here.
Yeah.
So, so a lot of people obviously knew the answer today, but we do have a winner already. So thank you for that.
I think she's just placing more orders at the
Is that what it
ABC
is?
store, yeah.
Well, it could be. It could be. I thought it was work-related, but maybe it isn't.
Well, maybe it's because it's administrative professional.
Oh,
today.
that's right,
She's
yes.
getting calls and comments.
Maybe that's what
it
it
must
is.
be. I'm sure
that's what it is.
Right,
Let-
Michelle?
Let us know when you've had enough appreciation and we'll...
We'll cut it off. Okay, the first thing we want to talk about, Tom, is strawberries.
Strawberries.
We talked about this on Monday.
Yes.
I love
And
strawberries.
today's an exciting day.
Is it? Why is it an exciting day today, Lisa?
Well, we have put out in the boxes, I think.
Yeah.
If we haven't yet, it will be out by tonight.
Okay.
Fresh strawberries?
Well, not the actual strawberries.
Oh.
Because we didn't want to put those in the box. But the forms are in your boxes to order the fresh strawberry.
Oh.
So you got to turn your form in, I think, by Sunday. So, and we have like a cute strawberry box up in the front lobby area here for inside folks to turn in. And then there's a box up the clubhouse for outside folks to turn their forms in. So we're pretty excited. And you can use your dining dollars. So this is even
Who
more
decided that?
exciting.
That's what I want to know. Who decided that, Lisa?
Joseph.
Oh.
Since he's not here, we're going to
Yeah,
go
we're
with
gonna
that.
blame it on Joseph.
We're going to blame it on Joseph. But normally you would all be buying these strawberries. So just another perk.
Yeah, that's great.
Putting it under the dining dollars.
So how this works is they would order by Sunday, and then they would get strawberries sometime that
Sometime
next week.
next week, yes. So we're
Depending on
working with the
availability,
farmer.
right, and how that works.
Yes, yep. Working with the farmer, and it may take a few days to complete all of the orders.
Right.
So we're going to start on Tuesday with delivering, and we'll work through the week to get everybody taken care of. So
You will feel so much better if you're eating strawberries.
Absolutely.
No
probably
question.
true.
And so do we know what size containers these are, Lisa?
We do. They're selling them to us in half-gallon and gallon containers.
Okay.
So you can buy them by a half-gallon or by a gallon.
Now,
So-
is there a limit?
How did they get them in the little hole at the top? I don't...
Well, they're these little containers, so they don't actually use a gallon
like- not like a
traditional
milk gallon.
container.
Ah, I see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's special strawberry containers.
Yeah.
Well, they get the boats inside the big glass bottles, so I figured they could get the strawberries inside the milk containers.
Well, they should be able to. That's true.
You're right,
That's true.
Ken. You really are going to bring our show down.
I think he already has, Tom. So,
Doing my
Not
best.
Lisa. No, you're doing great. But that's
So I-
awesome.
so I think we have the strawberries
So is there a
worked out.
limit as to how many they can get at one time? Have we decided?
well, we didn't really set a limit on
Yeah.
it, but it would be good for. We're trying
I mean,
to
a
serve.
gallon is a whole lot of
A
strawberries.
gallon's a lot of strawberries. So we're wanting to make sure everybody gets the opportunity. So keep that in mind when you're placing
Yeah.
your order. That
But why don't we just say that there's no more than a gallon for sure?
There we
right?
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that makes sense. Okay, and then the next item, I think, because I think we've strawberried that one to death, is that we are making another change that we need to make, and this is really for the inside apartment
is,
residents.
yes.
And that is, we are going to require you now, if you're coming to go through the bistro to pick up a meal, you are required to wear a mask.
Yes.
We will not serve you in the bistro, will not let you into the bistro if you do not have a mask on. We still have food that's being prepared there in the bistro, and we want to just do that extra precaution now. I think we've done everything else we can to kind of keep things safe, but if you're coming to go through the bistro line to get a meal, you are required to wear a mask. And our staff will be asking you to go back and get your mask, because hopefully everybody has masks now. If you don't have one, you can see the front desk. But we are asking you to please wear your masks, and remember to wear your mask coming in through the bistro. And that'll go out. We'll have that on Care Merge this afternoon, but if it's not on there already. But
And if you don't want to wear a mask, your option would be you have to order then for pickup.
that's right. And you pick them up from the coffee and creamery.
Exactly. Yes. Yep.
Okay, is there anything else from that perspective? Oh, we got to talk about the reverse raffle.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one other update. If,
Oh,
if, you're,
yeah, go ahead.
if you're ordering Corona beer from the ABC store,
Yes.
they are changing the name.
Oh, they are. What is it?
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
now?
because of the coronavirus, Corona beer sales have dropped, and so they've said enough. We're going to change it to Ebola Extra, is what they're calling it now.
I'm sure that'll go over really well.
Yep. So order up today.
So why Ebola? Why not choose Spanish flu then? If that's the case, sir.
That's next. Yeah, that's next.
Oh,
So the reverse raffle, I think the good
Yeah.
news is, Michelle, 196 out of the 300 tickets have been sold
amazing.
for residents at this point.
Yes.
We're getting ready, as we were mentioning, I think on Monday, we're getting ready to go ahead and roll this out to staff. But you may or may not have seen that Jill has got a little extra thing she's doing.
Got a contest going on.
She got a little contest going on
Yes.
for those residents that would like to have a workout with her. I think that's what it is, right?
Yep,
It's a workout
yep.
with her on stage.
Right. And if they bought a reverse
If they bought a
raffle
reverse
ticket,
raffle ticket, they can enter. They have to let us know, and then
Right.
we can enter their name into the drawing. And Jill's going to pick one lucky winner, and they're going to get a chance to be able to do a workout with her here on the stage. And I think that'll be fun.
I do too.
Yeah.
You know, it makes me think, Tom. Should we do something with the show here?
What did you have in mind, Lisa?
Well, maybe if you want to be like a guest on the show.
You know, take Ken's place. You mean like?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Please.
Actually, that would be kind of fun.
I
Yes.
think it would too. Should we throw the challenge out there?
We can do that one as well.
Okay.
Sure. We might not have any takers.
Right.
This might be a penalty.
It might be.
Who wouldn't want to be on this show?
I,
Really?
I don't know. We have to pay you to come on it.
Okay, so if you buy a reverse raffle ticket and want to be a guest on the show,
Right.
let us know. That
Yep.
way we'll put your name in
Email
the
us.
drawing, right?
Email us and we'll do a
Email
drawing.
us.
And for
Let
that
us
one
know.
lucky winner, we'll pick a time for them that works for them, and they can come on and be on our
Perfect.
show.
I love it.
They can come as Billy Bob. They can come as Ken.
Yes.
They can come as anybody they want to come as.
They could come as themselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
They could. Or even Michelle Jones, our administrative professional
Sure,
here today.
sure.
So
Who we deeply appreciate.
we do deeply appreciate it. All right. So we killed that one. Let's go on to the next one here.
Oh, okay, we have a couple questions today.
Okay.
Not many.
All right.
This one goes back to the car inspection and servicing.
All right.
I need to get my car serviced and inspected. Is there a safe way to do this? Well, we've just found out this week that some of the dealerships, if you call them and you already have service through them, they will come out here and pick up your car, and Homer's Group finds a way to be able to do the exchange for them. So you are not in any way exposed to these folks.
Right.
They will actually pick up your vehicle, they'll take it back to the dealership, and then they'll bring it back out here. So it's pretty amazing. You know, a lot of businesses are trying to figure out how to be safe, especially for populations like ours.
Yeah.
They're really coming up with ways to be safe and still provide service.
They're getting very creative.
So it's just a suggestion. Call your dealership that you use, or even your mechanic that might be willing to do this. But I thought it was a great idea. We've seen, I think, 3 or 4 this week that have done that. So it's worth checking.
And that's for service and inspection.
It is. It's for both.
Now, you could still go to an inspection place, and
You
most
can.
of them now are just having you stand outside.
They are. They're doing it safely.
So make sure you go on a day that's nice outside.
Right.
When it's
That's
raining,
true.
Right? Although when it's raining, maybe there won't be many people there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
okay, good.
Okay.
That's good.
If I have a doctor appointment that was medically approved by River Landing, can I have the clean team provide cleaning services after I've been out of the community?
Yeah,
So that's a great question.
it is a good question.
So that clean team, our whole goal is to keep them clean,
Right.
unfortunately. So I know if it wasn't medically necessary, we get that. You go out to the doctor's office, though, we don't know
Right.
what
you can't take the
potentially
chance.
could have been exposed to. So you do have to wait 14 days after you've been to a doctor appointment. So we hate that because we know sometimes you do have medical needs like that. But we just can't risk that for the whole community right now to be potentially exposed to something.
Yeah, and that's not saying that it's forever.
No.
It's just the 14 days.
Right.
Once you get past
It
that
is.
quarantine period again,
Yep.
basically from the clean team,
Yep.
then you can start getting the cleanings again.
Right,
So.
right.
And we're hearing that that's going very well.
It is.
You know,
It's going amazing.
I think we're almost getting to everybody once a week now.
Pretty
with the
close
list.
to it. Pretty close. Yes.
So it's almost like what we're, and I know
It
it's a
is.
modified. It's
It
not
is.
the full cleaning that we're doing, but I've been really happy that's been really a good thing. And
Yep.
our gals who are doing this are really doing a great job.
They are. They are. We're getting a lot of great feedback on that. So thank you all for supporting that and helping us keep them clean. The last question I have kind of relates to what we talked about on Monday related to services. So when can the manicure and pedicure service come back?
Yeah.
It's the same as the hair salons, the massage therapists.
Yeah.
You know, the governor put an order out to stop those services for now.
Yeah.
So until it's really,
They're all grouped together.
they are,
and
because it's
so
close proximity services.
It is.
So we get that, but as soon as it's safe and legal again to be able to do that,
Yeah, and
Um,
again, we need to kind of see what the governor says.
right, right.
So-
Yep.
Okay. Is
That's
that it on
for
questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Ken, I don't know if you have something prepared today, or whether you were just going to come in and harass us today. as much as possible.
Prepared? We don't need no preparation.
I thought you put there's no need for stinking preparation.
No need for stinking preparation.
Oh,
Oh well, I do have sort of a humorous, I hope, minister story
Oh, good.
about the minister who bought the used lawnmower at a yard sale, took it home, and he couldn't get it started, so he takes it back to the guy and says, "This thing won't run." And the guy says, "Yeah, well, you have to cuss at it." He goes, "I'm a minister of the gospel. I have not said a curse word in 30 years." She says, "Well, you just keep yanking on that rope. The words will come back to you."
I don't get it, Ken.
We have all no, we well, I'll let you borrow my lawnmower.
God, I'm sorry I interrupted. You were going to say something.
No. I guess in a sense we've all been yanking on that rope, and
yes.
sometimes the words slip out. I know I've said some things on this show I regret.
Not anytime lately.
I mean, the whole rhythm thing and all that. Sorry.
That or the St. Peter's thing. That,
We're trying to forget.
We're trying.
to forget.
We're trying.
you know, Ken's trying to help us kind of live on that edge here, I think, and so that's.
Well, you know, it's when you're a chaplain, just like when you're a pastor, I think also. But when you're a chaplain, you live in two very different worlds.
Yeah.
And you certainly live in a world where people have deep crisis and suffer. And we have the privilege of going into that world with those folk. And that is just a high honor. And in order to sort of be prepared for those forays into the darkness, you have to do a good job of living in the light when you can. So that's why I like to be two different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I'm going to get this over here.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I got to really work hard to make sure that we've got lots of laughs and smiles going on over here. We're storing up stuff in the bank that we can spend later on.
Yep.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I've always been a believer in laughter. I
Absolutely.
think laughter has a tendency to just kind of calm a lot of situations, and you know, it's a very soothing thing to be able to laugh, and
Yeah,
so
It
you know,
is.
So
And you know, if you ever develop a sense of humor, I think it'll be great.
yeah, it would be. I'm still working on it, but obviously you're not the one to get it from. So, oh, gotcha. Actually, I think our residents think you're very funny.
Oh,
But looks aren't everything, Ken. You know.
I know that's true.
All right,
Oh,
we need to move on. I think.
moving on, yes.
Okay.
So, do we have any birthdays today,
We
Lisa?
do. We have happy birthday to Dennis Miller and Neil Shaver.
Oh, happy birthday to
So,
both of you.
yes.
That's awesome.
Very good.
All right. We're down to the trivia winner.
Okay, yes. So the question was, what is the connection between the Andy Griffith Show and Father Knows Best? And the answer is, Eleanor Donahue, actress, was the daughter, Betty, in Father Knows Best, and Andy's girlfriend, Ellie, in Andy Griffith Show.
Yep.
So very cool. Yeah, and thank you, Mary Irvin, for giving us
So Mary
that question.
doesn't win the prize
She
because
doesn't.
somebody
She
actually got
doesn't.
it right.
So
Correct?
the winner is.
Yeah. Is it a
Okay, are we
repeat
ready?
winner or is this a new winner today?
I'm not sure. I think he has one before.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Carrie Gustafson.
Yeah.
He has one
Gary has
before.
one.
I think he's won wine before, hasn't
Yes. Yeah.
he? Okay.
Now he's got some toilet paper. to
Now
go
he's
with
got
it.
toilet paper to go with wine.
Carrie needs to spend more time thinking about substantive things instead of trivial things.
You heard it right from the horse's mouth, Gary.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
All right. I think they've had enough of us. Let's get the joke done so we can get off the stage
Okay.
here.
A
So
tall Texan joke?
yeah. Is that about you?
you
I
should-
have no idea.
you should- maybe I should let you read this instead of me.
Well, I don't know. I'm not that tall.
All right, well, here. So this is a tall Texan joke. This is a man from Texas driving a Volkswagen Beetle. Hey, look at that. A Volkswagen
know.
Beetle.
Beetle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, Beetle. Pulls up next to a guy in a Rolls Royce at a stop sign. Their windows are open, and he yells at the guy in the Rolls, "Hey, you got a telephone in that Rolls?" The guy in the Rolls says, "Yes, of course I do." He says, "I got one too, see?" And the Texan says, yeah, that's very nice. You got a fax machine?" asked the Texan. "Well, actually, yes, I do." "I do too, see? It's right here," brags the Texan. The light's just about to turn green, and the guy in the Volkswagen says, "So do you have a double bed in back there?" The guy in the Rolls replies, "No. Do you?" "Yep, got my double bed right in back here," the Texan replies. The lights turn, and the man in the Volkswagen takes off. Well, the guy in the Rolls is not to be outdone, so he immediately goes to a customizing shop and orders them to put a double bed in back of the car. About 2 weeks later, the job is finally done. He picks up his car, and he drives all over town looking for the Volkswagen Beetle with the Texas plates. Finally, he finds it parked alongside the road, so he pulls his Rolls up next to it. The windows on the Volkswagen are all fogged up. Ken, this is your kind of joke, I think. The windows on the Volkswagen are all fogged up, and he feels somewhat awkward about it. But he gets out of his newly modified Rolls and taps on the foggy window of the Volkswagen. The man in the Volkswagen finally opens the window a crack and peeks out. The guy with the Rolls says, "Hey, you remember me?" Yeah, I remember you," replies the Texan. "What's up?" "Check this out. I got a double bed installed in my Rolls now." The Texan exclaims, "You got me out of the shower to tell me that?" That's actually pretty good. I like that.
That's a good one.
It is.
And that came from Max
Max,
Vibert.
yes.
Yeah, Max Vibert again. Thank you, Max. It was
Yep.
two really good ones you gave us. We appreciate
Very
that.
good.
So, all right.
Anything else, Ken? You got any?
Do you want to give us any
anything
hint
else?
about Freddie Bob?
Freddie Bob. Freddie Bob is my uncle. He's 97 years old.
Yes.
He's a little hard of hearing.
Yes.
Doesn't speak well,
Oh boy.
but he moves slowly. So I think he'll survive the whole show.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yep. I think we should have EMS on standby. But
Okay, we can do that.
Other than that, I think it'll be fine.
Homer will be here, so we'll be good.
Yeah.
So, I guess there's a little bit of a problem with that, though. If he's really slow, is this going to make our 2-hour event a 4-hour event? Because we might need to warn people ahead of time if that's the case.
I think if you just start him at the first and tell him to hurry up, it'll end up being about 2 hours.
All right, good. I just want to make sure we clarified that because I wouldn't want anybody to think that we're going to do a 4-hour broadcast.
And you don't have to take a break. He wears a diaper. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know, I think. Maybe that's TMI. I'm not sure which it is, but you know what? We better get off the stage.
We
We're a little
better.
punchy
We
today
better.
for some reason. We need to
Yes.
get off the stage here. So.
And how about a reminder for tomorrow? We have Joanne Least and
Yes.
Jill Lindstrom. They're doing a special program for us at 3 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. It's like coronavirus songs
Oh.
that people have put together from here that they have written for us. So it's going to be pretty cool. So
sounds awesome.
I think definitely tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock. And then Friday, we have guest speaker Marisa
Marisa Ray.
from the MSO office.
Yeah.
Yes,
And she's very excited about coming on board.
she is.
She's
yes.
a little nervous, and rightfully
And she should
so.
be. Yep. She should be. Yep.
She shouldn't be. I mean, she's following this.
You're a tough act to follow,
right.
Freddie, Billy, Ken, whatever you're going by these days. Well, with that, we're going to say goodbye. Hope you have a great Wednesday afternoon and go out and enjoy the weather. We love you all. Thank you.